Summertime, it's ringing in my ear, reminding me that you're not here. I'm sleeping alone, 'cause the train's too much for me. The letters you wrote have got everything I need.
And welcome back once again to Joe the Shirt's Off the Cuff. Today's music brought to you by David and the Citizens and their song 4th of July. Welcome back, everybody, to Joe the Shirt's Off the Cuff. I'm your host, Joe the Shirt. We're doing something a little different today. You may hear a little background noise there. That would be my guest of the day, my girlfriend M, also known as the Russian, who is driving home, but she's on the phone. We're trying out our new system here to see if we can have phone callers. Hello, Russian.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, you're coming in pretty good there. Hopefully, it'll stay that way.
During playback, aren't we?
Exactly. So if you guys are out there listening right now and it doesn't sound right, I'm going to find out about it a little later, and then we're going to tweak it, right?
We gotta fix it.
That's right. Now, before we get into anything at all today, by the way, Em, today's show title is called "And Now Back to Abusing Gays and Women,"
Okay.
which is always popular, here on Off the Cuff.
Yeah.
Of course, we all know that's it's an ironic title because Lord knows I love gays and I love women and I love gay women.
Okay.
I've seen all their movies. Anyway, before we jump in,
private collection in your head there.
that's right. Before we get into any of that, though, let's do. How about celebrity birthdays? That sound good to you?
Okay.
All right.
Shoot. You got the list.
That's right. If you have a birthday on August 20th, you share that birthday with Andrew Garfield, who turns 30. You remember him?
Andrew who?
Andrew Garfield.
Why does that sound familiar?
He played Spider-Man in the last two movies.
Oh, okay.
There you go, or the last movie, whatever. Amy Adams is 39. Robert Plant is 65.
Oh, wow.
James Marsters is 51. He played Spike on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, that one's still blowing my mind.
I know, I didn't think he was that old, honestly.
Me neither.
I thought like in his 40s, yeah, but not 51.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, Al Roker is 59.
Okay.
Punk rocker Fred Durst is 43. Don King is 82 years old.
He's still breathing?
He's still breathing. How isn't somebody just not shot him?
Yeah, pardon me.
Yeah. Connie Chung is 67.
Wow.
Actor John Noble is 65. Actor Ray Wise is 66. You remember him from Reaper? He played the devil,
okay.
Right? And this one is a special one for you and I. Billy Gardell turns 44 years old today.
That's right. I think that's why he's doing the performance, actually, for his birthday.
That's right. We're going to be at the Pala Casino on August 24th. That's this Saturday. And we're going to be gambling and drinking and doing more gambling and drinking. And then also catching Billy Gardell's performance there. It's like one night only.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to kick ass.
He's so good.
He's so funny. If for those of you who don't know, you want to tell the folks who Billy Gardell is, babe?
Well, if anybody watches Mike and Molly, he's Mike. And completely underrated on the show because she's the star.
Right. Even though it's called Mike and Molly, it's really Molly and Mike.
Yeah, he's wallpaper.
No,
I gotta tell you, we've seen some of his stand-up on, what was it, like Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
He is one funny guy.
Oh, yeah. He's a funny fucker.
Funny. You know, doing a sitcom the way they've got it, you don't get to see not even half of what this guy's capable of.
No, not even half of his chops are really present.
Yeah, he is incredibly funny, so I'm really, really excited.
There you go.
Be more excited if I can bypass this stupid vehicle here.
Right on. Now, speaking of celebrity pals, not that, Billy Gardell and I are pals, but we were talking a little earlier, and I had to cut you off because I got a phone call from the one and only Peter Brown.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Peter Brown is a young man. He's in his, I think, early to mid-20s now.
Yeah.
And he's done a couple of movies. He's working on a movie right now. He had a show, I think, on MTV. Something to do about losing his jeans. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Sorry, Peter Brown. But he's back in town, and he calls me, and he wants a favor from me. Can you believe that?
That's interesting. I can't wait to find out what that is.
That's right. He wants a favor from me, because I'm Joe the Shirt, and I'm famous,
Yes,
but
absolutely.
well, he's in town shooting a movie. Okay, I think it's going to be another independent, and what he wants is about a 2-minute clip of me using my my video camera from my computer, watching the internet and doing bong rips.
Okay.
Apparently, he wants to do a montage of guys, surfing the internet and doing bong rips and that kind of thing. So he asked me to do that for him, and I'm like, how dare you just assume that I just spend my time doing bong rips in front of my computer?
When does he want you to do this?
He wants it for today.
Okay.
And he's going to send me his newest email address so he can. Honestly, when the phone call came through and it said Peter Brown on it, I'm like, wow, the phone call that phone number's still good. I was in shock.
People don't change their phone numbers anymore, I swear.
No shit.
Area codes are irrelevant.
So Petey asked me to do that for him. Of course I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it, of course, I'm going to send them two of them. One as the normal me, and the other one in, full Joe the Shirt regalia. Figure, send them two.
Put on a costume?
Not a costume. I'm talking a Joe the shirt. So I look. So I look like Joe the Shirt. I also.
I still say costume. But, all right.
Potato, papas, mojadas. But yeah, Peter Brown's in town. He actually he said he went to the bar where Justin works at, and ran into him, and he's like, "Wow, he's exactly the same." And I'm like, "Yeah, but married, I don't know if any of you listeners remember Justin was on the show a few months ago when he was doing his play Train Spotting, which was a great show.
Yeah, tough, but really, really good.
It was what?
It's not a light.
No, I mean it's got funny moments in it.
Yes, there is some levity, but overall, it's a very heavy story.
Right, and some really good nudity.
Yeah, you love that.
Yeah, if you're into a completely naked woman, I'm talking like tits, ass, pussy, you can see it in this play. Go see Train Spotting if it's still available.
Yeah, I think they're done.
Yeah, I think they are as well, which is too. I was over at the Elephant Theater. But, just if this is the way most of these shows are done, go check it out. Really, seriously.
Well, some talented people, too.
Yes, a lot of good people. And we met one of the guys, a few of the actors, actually, after the show.
Yeah.
And one of them was played the complete asshole in the play. Mm-hmm. And you meet him afterwards. He's like the sweetest guy. He's like a big, gigantic teddy bear, but he's such an asshole in the play.
Oh, that's the character, yeah.
Yeah, but that just tells you how good of an actor he actually is.
Okay.
Now, the Russian here is, like I said, she's on the phone with us. We're trying out a new system here because we tried Skype and we tried the Yahoo phone thing and it never really worked right. Right, and my old microphone was nowhere near good enough, so we're trying it this way and seeing if it works, seeing if we can balance out.
That would require me actually talking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of which I'm not doing too much right now.
Well, no. I mean, I am still the host of the show, baby.
Yes, you're the host with the most.
That's right, and But it is. I am glad to have you here, though, because normally, for those of you who don't know this, when she drives home, she likes to talk to me. When she drives to work, she likes to talk to me. When she gets here, she ignores me and just sits in front of the computer. But when she's completely. It's like I'm not even here.
All is as it should be. Look, you and I go out for breakfast or lunch. We bring our crosswords so we can properly ignore each other. The only time we don't do that is we're going out for dinner. That's
right. Yeah, like brunch, lunch, or breakfast, we're happy to ignore each other. But dinner, that's a special occasion. Yeah, we don't go out to dinner all that often.
Did you cover all the birthdays?
What's that?
Did you cover all the birthdays already?
Yes, I did. Why?
I'm just wondering what's next.
Oh, well, you mean what's next for the agenda? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm like within 4 miles from home, so if we're testing this.
Okay, well, let's see here. Here we go. Here's one I talked to you about recently, how they're planning on banning texting while walking, crossing the street specifically.
Right.
All right.
Good move, by the way.
What's that?
Good move.
It's a good idea. I agree with it. Mind you, I'm also guilty of it. I've
a lot of walking, yes, about crossing the street now.
Well, what'll happen is I'll I'm in the middle of texting, and then I'm crossing the street, and then I realize I'm crossing the street, so I just stop. But for about a second and a half, I am just texting and walking while in the middle of an intersection in Los Angeles.
That's just dangerous.
Exactly. Let's see. According to the report I have in front of me from the LA Times, pedestrian deaths and traffic accidents rose from 4,109 in 2009 to 4,432 in 2011, and 69,000 injuries.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so over almost 4,500 deaths and almost 70,000 injuries from people just crossing the
not paying attention.
Right, just crossing the street and texting.
Mm-hmm.
We've all heard of distracted driving. Now it's distracted walking is what they're calling it.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see the enforcement on that.
That would be tough. I mean, I've told you I would be happy to do it. What's that?
When is it supposed to go into effect?
Well, it's not a federal law. It's going to be local laws. It depends on where you live. It can be state, county, city, but it's not a federal law. It's going to be
do we know when?
It depends on where you live.
Oh, okay.
Because it's state and county and city and town, it may happen or may not happen. But it is a trend that's happening right now because of the all the recent deaths, all the recent injuries.
Numbers are not. Okay, I'm hearing sirens and I can't figure out. They're getting near me though. I can't tell where the hell they are. I think they're behind me. Well, Christmas lights.
Yay! That's right, folks. That's live. The Russian on the street.
And he's wild going against traffic. Fun.
Now, according to the statistics I have in front of me here, pedestrians make up 51% of all motor vehicle deaths in New York, 42% in Los Angeles, and 30% in Chicago. Okay. According to this, more than 1,500 pedestrians were treated in emergency rooms in 2011 after being injured while using a portable electronic device such as a cell phone, according to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
Oh wow!
Yeah, according to this, here's what I think is really funny. Alcohol was involved in half of the traffic crashes, resulting in pedestrian fatalities. 37% of the pedestrians had a blood alcohol concentration above the legal limit, compared with only 13% of drivers. So pedestrians were more than 3 times as likely to be drunk, legally drunk, than the drivers hitting them.
There you go.
So there's a good chance that if you were walking down the street and you were distracted in some way and you got hit by a car, the chances are more than 3 times more likely that you were the drunk dumb asshole that didn't see the car coming.
Right. That makes sense.
I love that. Oh, my God. It's time to take a break, actually. Em, you going to hang out with us for a little bit longer?
What's that?
You going to hang out with us a little bit longer while we do the show here?
Yeah, Olympic.
Okay, all right. All right, we're going to take a little break right here. I'm Joe the Shirt. This is my girlfriend, Em, on the phone with us. Hopefully this is sounding good to everybody out there. And if it's not, we'll try again to find a way to fix it. I'm Joe the Shirt, and I'll be right back. And here is Deep Sleep with their song, Me and My Television.
Okay.
Maybe it's not there. Some call it hope or superstition. Maybe we don't care. But those nights are over. Summer dreamer. When you showed up, I wasn't so surprised to see your face and the future's there. The cars of caution, line of motion, the streets again, rushing again. It's our mission. I'm another television. It's the transmission. In the end, in the end, in the end, in the end, in the end. Me and my television, vision, vision, vision. Me and my television, vision, vision, vision.
And Joe the Shirt is once again off the cuff. Welcome back, everybody. I am Joe the Shirt, and on the phone with us is the one and only Russian.
We're back.
That's right. Now, part of what we're talking about today, of course, is abusing gays and women. Who do you want to abuse first? You want to abuse gays or women?
Neither.
Okay, let's abuse women. Okay.
Great.
Well, this is a really tragic story. Actually, I got two of them right here.
Okay. Hit me. I mean, no pun intended. Hit me.
Apparently, in Sacramento, dozens of women in California prisons were sterilized without the required approvals of the state medical committee. Apparently, these women were in prison and they had committed some serious crimes. They went in for what they thought were normal testing, normal procedures for their health and well-being, and were sterilized against their will.
Without being told?
Yeah, well, some of them were not told. So someone told them they were just having an operation, for whatever it is they were going in for. And some of them, they're alleging, were coerced into doing
Really?
it as if it was like, necessary for their parole, or if they didn't do it, they get in trouble for some reason.
Why?
According to this, some of the women say they felt coerced to undergo the surgery, and now state lawmakers are calling for an investigation. Quote here, pressuring a vulnerable population, including at least one documented instance of a patient under sedation, to undergo these extreme procedures erodes the ban of eugenics. 'Cause eugenics is against the law.
Yes.
And these women were having it done to them. They were being coerced into it, forced into it, threatened into it, intimidated into doing it. However way you want to put it.
They volunteered for the procedure.
Right, exactly. Apparently...
Wow. That's pretty harsh.
Exactly. And it has been confirmed that it has, in fact, happened. Let's see. Here, in one case, one Kelly Thomas of Los Angeles was an inmate in Chowchilla when she went into surgery for a biopsy to have two cysts removed. She gave the doctor permission to remove her ovaries if cancer was found. She said, but she told him she hoped it wouldn't be necessary. Her medical records show that no cancer was found, but her ovaries were removed anyway.
Fantastic.
Ain't that something?
Wow.
One Dawn Martin, a licensed psychologist who was the medical administrator at Chowchilla from 2005 to 2007, said that none of the tubal litigations done at the prison were improper or done under coercion. I'm like, really?
Uh-huh.
Woman was unconscious, comes in to get a biopsy. okay, take out the...
And comes out without ovaries. Great.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, according to him, quote, the women who... Yes. According to him, the women who had tubal ligations all signed consent forms. There was absolutely no harassment or pressure. Nobody at the prison had any intention of doing anything that was in the best interest of the women, according to the opposition here.
What are you going to take?
You know what? That's one of those things that people refer to as an inalienable human right, which is the right to procreate. I don't believe it's an inalienable human right. I think that some people shouldn't be allowed to.
Yeah, well.
But you know what?
That's a different story.
Right, but then you should have a process for it. You know, you know, like okay, the woman, one of the women that we heard about in the last several years who drowned all 5 of her kids in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty harsh.
Right, she drowned each and every single one of them, one right after the other, while the others, the live ones, watched.
Oh, that is horrible.
Okay, and then she goes to prison. Good, but her and her husband want to procreate. They want to have more kids.
See, no.
See, exactly. See there, no.
So she can have more kittens to drown?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, according to her, she went because she went off her meds. That's why she drowned her kids. But now she's on her meds and she's okay to have children. I'm like, no, you're not. Fuck you.
No.
You see,
stop her from going off her meds again.
Yeah, exactly. Right. People do it all the time. People, who allegedly are okay as long as they're on their meds. A lot of times when they go off their meds, they do really horrible things.
Oh yeah, no. I remember one storyline on one of the shows I used to watch. Woman's mother was bipolar. And so we've got extreme highs and extreme lows. When she was on her meds, she was fine. But she enjoyed the manic aspect so much, she would go off her meds. Because otherwise she was even keel.
Right, and even keel is not great all the time.
She lost the highs.
Right.
And in order to feel those highs, you had to go off her meds. So, I think that was actually on ER, if I'm not mistaken. It's scary shit.
It is. It's scary shit because it's true shit. It's shit that really does happen out there. I'm sorry. Not everybody deserves to be a parent. I know it's an old joke. You need a license to drive a car. You need a license to own a gun. But any jackass can have a baby.
Yeah, you need a license to go fishing, for Christ's sake.
It's right. It's like, so it's just so I can throw a hook in water, I need to pay the state for that.
Yeah. And to have a kid, no problem. That's horrible, though.
Yeah, these women, like I said, they were coerced. A lot of them did not know that the procedure was happening. A lot of them were convinced that they had to do it or face, punishment from the prison officials.
Right. It's not bad enough that they're in prison.
Right. Now I don't hear a lot of stories about men being subjected to this kind of treatment. I mean, yes. When it comes to, say, your serial rapists, your child molesters, a lot of the times part of the treatment is a chemical castration.
Good.
Which is okay as long as the guy remembers to go in and get his chemical castration. I don't know if it's a pill or a shot or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that if the average one of these guys spends a few weeks without, he's back to his old self again.
Right.
And I understand that it's a horrible thing to not, as a man, to not be able to get an erection.
Yeah, but you know what? The trade-off is that somebody else will not get molested.
Right. And you get to be out of prison. I mean, yes, for the rest of your life, you are, a sex offender. But,
right.
But I don't know. It depends. I mean, is it worth it to some people? I mean, for a lot of people, this whole...
They'd rather be in prison?
Yeah. I think some people would.
I can see that.
Now, going to a different story on abusing women. Okay. There was a woman named... let's see. No, actually, a man by the name of Dong Jin Lao. He was a 24-year-old new father. who was having very, very happy over the birth of his child, a robust 8-pounder, until the obstetrician asked him into the hallway. What's that?
Okay, I'm listening.
All right. According to her, the newborn had a serious genital deformity and could never lead a normal life, she explained.
Okay.
Quote, he is not completely male, but not female. It will bring shame on the family, whispered the doctor, Zhang Zhuxia, trusted family friend whom they affectionately called Auntie. According to her, don't worry, Auntie can help you. Now, in China, it's a pretty common practice when a baby is born with very severe defects, you get rid of the baby.
Yeah.
You just kill the baby. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. Okay. Now, apparently, this is not the case. Auntie went off and sold that baby. A perfectly healthy baby. Chinese police believe that Zhang tricked Dong into abandoning the baby so she could sell it. The 55-year-old obstetrician at Fuping Country Maternal and Child Healthcare Hospital was arrested last month on August 9th with trafficking newborns as far back as 2006.
Holy shit.
According to this, as many as 55 possible baby thefts from the hospital are under investigation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Staggering numbers.
Yeah, and it gets worse, actually, because in China, the value of a boy child is so high, there have been as many as what they're reporting, as many as 54,000 children kidnapped and sold and reported as dead, killed, congenitally diseased, not viable, will grow up to be a complete retard or whatever. It's better for you if we just get rid of the baby, and then they just sell perfectly healthy babies, especially boys, to wealthier.
The doctors are lying to the parents.
Yeah, and then they sell the babies to wealthier Chinese parents who are having trouble conceiving, or in some cases even overseas. To say Chinese couples living in America who want a Chinese baby, but there aren't that many Chinese babies available for adoption here in the United States.
Right. Jesus Christ.
Right. So.
Sick.
Yeah.
I know, it's sick.
And this is a woman. They say everybody calls her Auntie. All right. Everybody loved her, trusted her. Everybody was all.
Yeah.
She's one of those people that you would never think to yourself in a billion years, that.
Always the nice ones, right?
Right, yeah. Auntie's not going to fuck me over. Auntie's trying to help me. Auntie's going to... And then Auntie is selling your baby. The exact amount of money being involved here is not mentioned in the article that I've been reading, but...
it's not cheap.
No. A healthy male Chinese baby... honestly, I could guess would probably go for a good $10,000-$20,000 easy.
Easy.
Yeah. Just like here in the United States, more people than not do happen to be white in this country. So a young baby who's white, blonde hair, blue eyes, the American dream, can go for a lot of money.
Excuse me. Little Yanni.
Okay.
I'm a little tired.
Well, yeah. Are you here? Are you here yet?
I'm pulling into the garage.
Yeah, you heard it right here, folks. She's pulling into the garage. This is live here on Joe the Shirts Off the Cuff.
I know, right?
My girlfriend's drive home.
Everybody's waiting with bated breath.
That's right.
for my arrival. Touchdown.
Now,
when's the next break, anyway?
Actually, the next break is probably in about a minute. So probably by the time you get to the elevator, it'll be break time. I can go a little long, or I can go short now. What do you think?
Well, I gotta collect all my crap from the back first.
All right. Well, while you're there, then I can go to this one. Just last month, Ireland passed an abortion bill. Ireland is legally allowing abortions, but with a few provisos and quid pro quos.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. spelling out strict rules under which abortions could be performed for the first time that the Roman Catholic nation has enshrined such permission into law. Legislators voted 127 to 31 in favor of the measure, which allows an abortion if the woman's life is at risk. That's it.
Okay.
Now, the weird thing is this is coming along because last year there was an Indian woman living with her husband in Ireland. She was about, I think it was about 4, 5, 6 months pregnant, and she started to miscarry. There was a lot of internal hemorrhaging, and the doctor, she begged the doctors to let her have the abortion so she could survive. The doctors refused, and she died, and so did the baby.
Right.
Yeah. So now here's the thing, though. Even at that point, it was perfectly legal for the doctor to do the abortion. It wasn't illegal because the mother's life was in danger. But because there's such a stigma in Ireland about committing an abortion of any kind, that he was afraid that if he did this, even to save the woman's life, that he might get arrested, he might be blacklisted, and he might be out of work or might even be physically attacked.
So then she died and the baby died, but he's okay. His reputation's intact.
Exactly.
I am here.
You are here. Are you upstairs yet?
Yes, I am.
Okay. In that case, don't touch that door, baby. We're going to take a break. Next up is we did Me and My Television already. How about we do Afro by Eddie C. I'm Joe the Shirt. That's M. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Somebody's house, ice cups and pixie sticks galore. Rainbow Beach, and the point was our main hangout. Pretty women laying on the rocks.
And welcome back once again to Joe the Shirts Off the Cuff. That was Afro by Eddie C. I like that song, I really do. The Russian is back home. She's no longer on the phone with us. Whoops, sorry about that. But that's okay. If she wants to chime in, she always can. We got a little more time left to go. We've already abused women. Now let's abuse some gays. Gotta abuse the gays. Now, one of the biggest stories one of the interesting stories, I don't know about how big it is to anybody, but is that in a society that we live in where people feel marginalized, there are even groups within groups within groups that are even more marginalized by their own groups. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, who the fuck are you talking about? Okay, the fuck I'm talking about would be bisexuals. Bisexuals are the most marginalized non-heterosexual group around. We're talking more than gay men, more than gay women, more than transgender, more than transsexual. We're talking about these are people who are thought of as less by the people that they believe are supposed to be supporting them.
Because they can't make up their minds?
Exactly. That is the common thought process for a lot of people, gays, straights, lesbians, whatever, is that a bisexual is really one or the other, and they're just lying to themselves, or they're just a bunch of whores. All right?
Which some of them probably are okay with.
Yeah, I can believe that. But you know what? I can say the same thing about, gay men. I love gay men, always have. They're great guys, a lot of fun. Some of them are little bitches, and that happens all as well. But, I've always said that gay men act the way straight men would if women didn't have so many hang-ups. Because you're a gay guy, you find other gay guys, you have gay sex, and I know it's a stereotype, but it really is true that gay guys do go out and have random sex with strangers and have bareback parties and don't use condoms, and it happens. That is not to bash on gay men, okay? Because straight men do it as well. They try to as much as they can. But when it comes to bisexuals, it's some very disturbing numbers here. Of all bisexuals that reported on this study in the LA Times, only 28% of bisexuals said that most or all of the important people in their lives knew about their sexual orientation. 28%.
That's nothing.
As compared to 71% of lesbians and 77% of gay men.
Jeez.
So in other words, almost 3 times, about 2.5 times as much, regular gay men and regular lesbian women, everybody that's important to them in their lives knows that what and who they are, as compared to bisexuals who feel as if...
That's sad.
Yeah, exactly. They feel that they don't have anywhere to go. Now, this is... Now, as bad as that number is, of 28%, it gets even worse when it becomes among bisexual men. Only 12% said that they were out to that degree, compared to 1/3 of the bisexual women who said the same. So 28% of bisexuals say they're out to their friends and family, but of bisexuals that are men, only 12% say that they are out to their friends and family. A lot of them, what will happen, will be known as being either gay or being known as straight, but they're actually bisexual, but only 12% of these men actually tell anybody about it. That's even sadder as compared to, say, roughly 30% of the bisexual women. Now, of course, we all know that the stigma of being a bisexual woman is nowhere near as big as the stigma of being a bisexual man. A lot of people say that it is, but it's really not. I'm sorry. You find out a woman is bisexual, your first thought, at least mine as a straight man, is, right on. I want to get involved in that. I want to be a part of that. I want a 3-way. You find out a guy is bisexual, and a lot of guys, and in the past, I would include myself among these guys, I would think to myself, well... One of the things that many gay men have told me is that, you know what, Joe, just because a man sucks your dick doesn't mean that you're gay. And I'm like, yeah, it does, just a little bit. Just a little bit. It makes you, at the very least, a little bi, at the very least. It makes you a little gay. So, hold on. Where's the other part of that story? Because I don't want to lose. Oh, that's right, it's on the back of this one. Haha. Like I said, a lot of people feel very reluctant to come out because there'll be situations where, for instance, just this spring actually, we had the Gay, Lesbian, Transgender, Bisexual Alliance Parade. How I got any of that correct is really beyond me. I'm sure I didn't get the order right, by the way. But there was actual instances where people that were bisexual were being harassed by gays and transgenders and lesbians as being on the fence or just being greedy. instead of, uniting themselves together, for a common cause, which is they are different. They are not heterosexual. They are not a guy with a girl. They're not a girl with a guy, which is what's considered normal, which is a term that I'm okay using. I'm okay using the word normal because it is the norm. Normal means it happens more often than not. That there's nothing wrong with the word normal. The way some people use it, yes, there is. The context of it is wrong. It's fucked up. It's like, oh, that's not normal. That's against God. Shut the fuck up. I've always said that from a scientific point of view, homosexuality is not necessarily natural. That doesn't mean I think it's wrong. You're a woman, you want to go down another woman? Have at it. You're a man, you want to suck dick? Suck dick. I don't care. Whether or not it's natural does make a difference to me as long as you're not hurting anybody. Don't care. There were instances where people where a woman received rather incredulous reactions from people because she would tell them that she's bisexual, and people would just have the balls to look at her and say the words, "How can you tell me you're bisexual when you just introduced me to your husband?" Other cases where bisexual men who are married, have children, and don't want to, and are told by their wives, don't tell anybody. I understand you want to be with a man sexually occasionally. That's fine. That's okay. But it's our secret because she feels shame. I mean, well, baby, you tell me. Say you're with a man. You have a couple of kids. But every once in a while, he likes to go out and suck cock.
I wouldn't be with that man.
You wouldn't be with that man.
Right.
Okay, but what if you married him before you knew about it? What if you had kids before you knew about it? You're together for like 15 years, and then you have kids. They're 10 and 8, little Jimmy and Joe Bob, whoever the fuck they are. They're rednecks, apparently. But the thing is, the man goes to you and says, "Baby, I love you. I love the kids. I love the family. I love having sex with you. Every once in a while, I need to have a dick in my ass."
I don't know that I'd be okay with that.
See, and I understand that, but then I think it's her responsibility to say, okay, we're getting a divorce,
yes,
or we're going to be open about it. But if I think it's unfair that she say, okay, do what you want to do, but keep it secret.
No.
That's not healthy for anybody.
Pick a side.
You're either okay with it or you're not okay with it.
Pick a side.
Because sooner or later, everybody else is going to find out anyway.
Duh.
Yeah, it always comes out. Ha ha ha. Bad joke. No, I didn't mean it. And finally, we're going to end with this today. Today, we're really going to abuse a woman. We're going to abuse Juror B29 from the Trayvon Martin case.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
36-year-old nursing assistant and mother of 8.
Okay.
She is the woman that came out and said that she believes that that Zimmerman got away with murder.
Oh, that one.
That one, yes. She was part of the 6-person jury, all women, 5 white women, and Miss B29 here, a Puerto Rican.
Okay.
And if you look at the picture, she actually looks African American. I don't know if
Really?
if you want to take a quick peek over here. Here, babe, take a look at that.
Yeah,
She looks like an African American Puerto Rican, which there are many of.
Yes.
It's a nice thing about being Puerto Rican. You can look as white as anything, and as black as anything, and as Mexican as anything in between. You can even look Asian and be Puerto Rican. We are like the Caribbean's mutts.
Sorry.
It's all right. But according to this, quote, according to her, George Zimmerman got away with murder, but you can't get away from God. And at the end of the day, he's going to have a lot of questions and answers he has to deal with. Yeah, but he's not going to jail.
There you go.
B29 has maintained that the race wasn't a factor in her deliberations. She says that she pushed for Zimmerman to be convicted of second-degree murder until she decided on the second day of deliberations that there just wasn't enough definitive proof.
It's the
Quote,
prosecution's fault. We've been saying that for a while.
quote, I was the juror that was going to say to them, the hung jury. I fought to the end. No, you didn't. You didn't fight to the end.
If you fought to the end, there would have been a hung jury.
Exactly. And now, our last song of the day. Thank you for listening. This is Sympathy by Hotel Hunger. I'm Joe the Shirt. I'm off the cuff. That's Em. Bye-bye.